Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, we've talked about that. I think this probably could be said in a lot of different places around our country, but the honest truth is getting harder and harder to find. And, I think sometimes just people sitting around talking about ideas and sharing ideas.
Welcome to Around Will County, November 14th, 2025. We're trying something a little different today. We've added video, and we've had some challenges, so please stay with us and give us some suggestions in the comments. And always remember, please like and subscribe. Welcome to a new day for Around Will County. We've added something that may frighten the children and pets. We've got some video to go with what we've been talking about.
Here we are, November 14th, and Dr. Egan put together video, podcast. He has mixing board, cameras, and everything has gone seamlessly from start to finish. This literally took less than 15 minutes to set up. What do you think, Dick? All right. No, it is amazing.
They make it look so easy on the video.
No, yes. Of course, we jest, but the system here is wonderful, operational. Look, we got lighting, we have video, we have sound. Just really, Dr. Egan, you've done a fantastic job. But
and don't forget our
technical
IT people
lady,
here.
Grok.
Yep.
The brains of the outfit.
Without which we'd be in real trouble.
Yes, we would. We all agree on that. So, but no, how exciting. This is fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Dr. Riley, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Look, I'm here to join this podcast with...
Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Rockdale, down in southern part of Joliet there. I born and raised all the way through high school. And then when I was about 18 years old, I moved out to California for a while to spend time with half my family lives out there. Wound up coming back and shortly thereafter joining the Joliet Police Department. So I've definitely been in and around Will County most of my life. You?
Mr. Tyler?
I am retired. Used to be involved with a family business and retired back in, I think it was the year 2000. Actually sold the family business 1998. And since then, I've been in charge of the remote control at our house.
You think so? Yeah. I've been to your house. Your wife tells you what to watch.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So, what about you, Dr. B? How do you wind up in Joliet as a doctor?
I was born in Joliet. I was born in St. Joe's, same hospital that I work at now.
So was I.
Well, the hospital probably would have been down on Broadway when you were born.
I was on Broadway, I think,
the
year I was born.
Yeah.
The street that I live on the street that I grew up on.
Barber. Oh, that is true. Your mom's house is still just a few doors away. And so were you born there?
Yep.
And then grew up where you're at now. That's kind of fun and exciting.
In Will County, long time.
And you too. You were born and raised in Elwood.
Born at St. Joe's, actually, but the old St. Joe's.
Right.
And once I got to know Brian and his lovely wife, Diane, I found out that he delivered some of my grandchildren.
Really?
Yeah.
How exciting.
My grandson, Blake.
Yeah.
Is for one.
Oh, good. Good.
So,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you wind up being a baby doctor? What, you knew in high school what you wanted to do, or did you lose a bet, or how do you wind up doing that?
I think I lost a bet. I got suckered into it.
Yeah. Like, okay, you're going to do this or that. And
it was my grandmother worked on me since I was, before I could talk, kind of thing. And eventually found out that school was fun. So when I got out of the 28th grade, eventually, I realized that I didn't want to go to school anymore and had to do something real with my life. And actually, wanted to do a different couple of specialties to begin with. General surgery was a lot of very interesting, but then found out that on trauma rounds, you had to be there at 4:00 in the morning
Ooh,
every other day
brutal.
for 48 hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Then there was medicine specialties that were good, endocrine, gastroenterology, a lot of interesting mechanisms that relate to different medical problems, but they didn't have a lot of procedures, and I did not want to do OBGYN.
No, you did not.
No.
Yeah.
So I saved that for my last rotation, which I did here in Joliet with a guy named Hani Otis that delivered our first son, and he made it look really fun. That had procedures and medicine. It was all kind of combined in one. You took care. You didn't have to learn. You didn't have to listen to whiny guys, next thing I knew, I was like, okay, well, let's do this, and the rest is history.
And I'm sure even back then, the medical field is a niche field. You kind of fall into specialties and stay in there for quite some time.
Right.
I mean,
Right,
you don't
right,
really change once you go down that path. So you're going to want to find something you have an interest in, right?
Yeah. Well, many people, they get dual certified or certified in this and that. And so it depends upon the person. And again, how long do you want to stay in school? 'Cause,
Yeah. Yeah.
neurosurgeons takes them about 40 years to get through
So
everything.
I couldn't help kind of reflecting back when you brought up your grandmother in Joliet. Because I grew up in Rockdale, which was Joliet, but boy, that was a different time back then.
Little bit.
Yeah, where'd Grandma live?
Grand Boulevard. We're right
Oh,
up
okay, off West Park.
off of
West
Rainer.
Park front.
Yeah, West
up
Park,
West
yep.
Park. Okay, not too far from where I grew up. We spent a lot of time in West Park.
One of the questions I'd never asked Brian, and probably maybe Jim already knows this. Was your father a doctor before you?
No, he's an air traffic controller.
Okay.
He grew up on Cagwin. His parents came here from Ireland.
Oh, wait, I want to come back to that. Your grandparents came from Ireland?
Yes.
What part do you know?
My dad was from Longford. My grandmother was from Clare.
County Clare? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And growing up, I'm sure you were over there and visiting, and they still had
We've only been there once.
Gaelic brogue or
Diane, my wife, did not want to go there.
to Ireland.
Yeah, she wanted to go to Hawaii, but my son wanted to go to Hawaii or to Ireland.
God.
And now she wants to go back.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure I've told you guys over the years, I studied in Ireland and Dublin at Trinity College one summer. And a long time ago, I had a female acquaintance who lived over there with her family. And that was really just life-changing event to meet the Irish, culture and the old farmhouse and good Irish whiskey and burning of the turf. And I actually went out in the field and helped them turn turf and cut turf and, to really get the background of your culture that when I was growing up, obviously my mother was very Irish. My father was too, but my mother really was proud of her heritage.
When you say turf, that's peat, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay.
And so I definitely have a fondness for Ireland and been over there a few times. And I know Mr. Tyler, we've tried to talk him into going, but getting him to leave Elwood is...
Well, my wife and I have talked about it, and we just never made it over there. And
there's still planes.
I guess there
forth,
are. I guess there are.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I know Mary Lynn would love to go. She's mentioned that to
she'd
me.
go any place at this point.
Yeah.
And I think my family's side came from County Roscommon, and I do have relatives in County Wicklow. And there was one other county over there which escapes me right now. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, may still make it, but I'm getting old enough where I don't look forward to the trip. It's just...
So it would have been your grandparents. It
Yes.
would have been my great-grandparents, and then probably, I'm sure your grandparents came from Ireland, or have you ever gone that far back?
It'd be great-grandparents.
Great-grand, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My great grandparents on my mother's side were the ones that came over.
Okay. Yeah.
My father said they came over just during the Civil War, and they went to Canada probably to escape getting involved in the Civil War going on here. And they lived in Canada for 2 or 3 years, and then they worked their way down. And I think the first one came to Shanahan, Illinois, worked as a hired hand on one of the farms. I want to say it was a Smith farm. But anyway, wound up in Reddick, Illinois, the big metropolis.
Yeah. And I think to go back, actually, Dickie Tyler here looked up my heritage. I always knew growing up there was a farm down by Ritchie or south of Ritchie, McConnellag or some. And Dickie actually found my family farm down there, which was interesting. And I don't know the family story goes. We lost it in a poker game or a bad horse race or something. I don't know what happened there, but then the family moved up to Lockport and then back to Joliet. And then my grandpa was actually Olaf Dahl,
remember that.
D-A-H-L. And I think that's more of a Norwegian background in there somewhere. So,
Yeah.
so I'm sure if you-
Nordic of some sort.
Nordic, yeah. Yeah. So good. Yeah. So when you're growing up and the grandparents were there, I'm sure they had that Irish influence on your family. And
It was my mother and those were on my father's side. And they died when I was very young.
Mm-hmm.
It was my mother's side that had more of the influence. She was half Scotch, half Irish, and she was more.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would be the same way. My mom was always, oh, you're Irish. And my dad would just be like, yeah, whatever, So I think the mothers are always that proud Irish heritage.
My mom's side of the family was German and Danish, and my dad was Irish and English. And Dad said we started out in England, and one of the members of the family, everybody's got a horse thief in it, I guess. He was a cardinal, and he did something wrong, and anyway, he was banished, so he wound up in Ireland. So that's how we got, the Irish.
Well, it sounds like all three of us have some credentials to talk about Will County.
Yeah.
'Cause we've families grown up here, and
Yeah.
we've grown up here, and we care about it, and we wanted to see it go forward.
And along that same
We're-
note, I think if you look historically, we're in the southern area of Will County now, and I think there was a large immigrant population of Irish, Scottish, English that wound up in the southern area. What now would be called Braidwood, Wilmington, Custer Park, Ritchie, even up in the Elwood, and the area we are at now.
Coal
That was
mines attracted,
coal mines and
for work, and I&M Canal for
cheap
manual
labor.
cheap
Yeah.
labor.
Yeah. So, and then you wind up in the Joliet steel mills and things of that nature.
So the comings and goings of Will County, we've already had a bunch of business leaders and politicians and things like that come to the podcast. We're going to go forward with this now with a little extra added component
So,
and see
yeah,
if this works. Let us know.
definitely. And Dr. Egan is to be given credit here. This started out and still is just a hobby of getting together and the three of us and then inviting people to join us. And we have our IT chairperson here, again, Mrs. Diane Egan. But kind of a hobby, a fun thing to do. And now we're moving into video and lighting, and we're going to be on YouTube and Spotify and kind of taking it to the next level. I think it's something for me anyhow that I really enjoy. I enjoy your company, and I enjoy just getting together and talking and inviting a guest in. The next time we do this, we'll have a guest, and we just wanted to.
Or not.
Well, we don't have to.
Don't have to.
We have a lot to talk
We have a
about.
lot to talk about.
We have a lot of ideas. Hopefully,
So feel free to like and subscribe. Feel free to go back and listen to all of the podcasts that are already released. Spotify, where else? Apple, wherever you
Facebook.
get your better YouTube or wherever you get your finer podcasts from.
Yeah. And again, I think all we're here to do is have fun, have a few beers, and talk about around Will County. And sometimes that will include the good and the bad and politics. And we just want to be honest and talk about what we know and what we can share. And we invite everybody on our podcast. I mean, if you're interested in coming on, let us know. Get on board. We'll talk to anybody at any time.
Hopefully, it will enlighten some people as to what is going on in Will County. Topics that occur daily that you may not hear immediately. Maybe you'll hear it first.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, we've talked about that. I think, I think this probably could be said in a lot of different places around our country, but the honest truth is getting harder and harder to find. And,
Amen.
I think sometimes
do
just
you
people
believe?
sitting around talking about ideas and sharing ideas and There's actually a talk show on CNN at night where they get together and say everybody has different points of views, but they're still able to talk it out. And maybe we can bring a little bit of that here to our table.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you very soon.